Hi, hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Justice Emmanuel Aqua and this is Mr. J Graphics. On today's tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to design hairdressing envelope, hairdressing graduation envelope. Before we start, please, if you're new here, kindly do me a favor and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and please like this video. If you find this video helpful, kindly like it. The more you like the video, the more YouTube recommend or suggest my videos to other people. So kindly do me a favor, once you watch, you subscribe so that YouTube will suggest the video to another people to watch. Thank you so much. Let's jump right into the video. Now I'm going to create my size. I'm going to use the size, or I'll click on my print and come back to this the size space, and I'm going to type 8.66. Then here I'm going to type 4.33. Okay, I think that is the size that I'm going to use for that. Okay, so after that, what I'm going to do is I'll just go ahead and then click on create. Once this is done, what I'm going to do is, this is the details that I'm going to use, the information that I'm using for this. So I'll go ahead and then try to create some kind of things for myself. So just go for my this is so this is my, I'll click, once you click again, and then you come back to here, and then you push this a little bit, and then this a little bit like this. Okay, so this will go, and then this will come back a little bit like that. So doing this, you just press OK, and now I'll go back to my
music licensing.
I'll go back to my layers, and I'm going to use, try it if I can change the color to something like this. Okay, I think this is okay for me. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this by pressing Ctrl J. Now it has been duplicated, so I just push the down one to front a little bit, and now I'm going to create kind of choose white, and now I'll push it back a little bit. Then I'm going to duplicate this one here, this one, the original one. I'm going to duplicate, and I'll come back and push the original one to front. Okay,
music licensing,
position it like that. And so once this is done, I'll go for my gradient, and now I'm going to change the gradient to I'm going to use here and this one like that. Okay, so I just press OK, and now I'm going to let me push it to the front a little bit. Okay, something like that. And now I'll go for my convert point to, and I'm going to push this inside a little bit, and I'm going to push this one. I'm just highlight There are dots there,
Music
and I'm going to
licensing
push it.
reimagined.
I'm going to push this one right there. Okay,
Artlist.io.
then I'm going to push this one to like this, you know. I think this is too much, so I just push it a little bit. I guess it's okay now. Yeah.
Music licensing reimagined.
So once this is done, I'll just going for my I'll go and click on the gradients, and I'm going to change the style to reflected. Okay, reflected, and I'm going to make it this way, you know.
Music licensing reimagined.
So I'm going to create a color right here. I'm going to create this one right here, and I'm going to create this one here,
Artlist.io.
and I'm going to create this one here, and then I'll create this one right here. So this is how it's gonna be like, you know. Yeah,
Music
something like that.
licensing
And
reimagined.
yep.
Artlist.io.
So you just have to, you know, play with this. Just to let me try it if I can change this color to kind of color like that.
Music licensing reimagined.
Okay, so this one to like that.
Artlist.io.
Yeah, I think this is okay for me. Right after there, I'm going to lock all of them. I'm going to lock it, you know. Yeah, so I'm just going to lock it, and after that I'm going to type
Reimagined.
special invitation. Special invitation. I'm going to use this font. Let me use Montserrat. Okay, Montserrat. I'm going to type special invitation. Special invitation, right?
Artlist.io.
Now I'm going to decrease the size like that, and I'm going to rotate it this way, and I'll bring it here. I'm going to change the color
Artlist.io.
to white. I'm going to position it right here. So after doing this, I will go for a rectangle, and I'm going to draw right here like this. Okay, after doing this, I'm going to the layer and then rasterize this. Rasterize. No, let me change the color to white before I rasterize. Okay, then I rasterize. Then I'll go for rectangular marquee tool, and I'm going to highlight this side.
Artlist.io.
Going to highlight this side to this side, and then hold Control and then press X on my keyboard like this. So this is how it's going to be like, you know.
Artlist.io.
After that, I'm going to bring in my names. So I'm going to bring this one right here. And I'm going to change the font to
Artlist.io.
Let me use Hans. Let me use Hans, right? Okay, then I'm going to change the color to this. Let's say this one, right? Okay, so right from there, I'm going to increase it a little bit. Okay, now I'll go back for the name. The name right here. So the name, I don't actually know the kind of, you know, font that I should give, but let's see. Let me see this font. Afterglow. Afterglow.
Artlist.io.
Yeah, I think this is okay for me. Afterglow is okay, right? Yeah. Afterglow is okay. Let me highlight this one and give it out a toward design. The D and then the E. Let me see how it goes. Okay, and then the N. Let me see how it goes. No, let me take off. Let me make the H. Okay, and then let's see the T. You know, this, what I'm actually doing is, you know, you see this signs right here. So you just click on that and, you know, it's going to make it kind of lovely for you. I mean, how you love it. And let me make the A. Okay, let me take off the H and then make the A something like that. So this is how we gonna see it. Okay, so right from there, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go for a rectangle, then draw something like this, and then I'm going to curve it. I'm going to copy the gradient right here. So where is it? Okay, this is it. So I'm going to copy, you know, in Photoshop you can right click, copy, and then paste it right here. So we just right click, paste layer style. Here we go. Then I'll go back and then make some changes because I don't need all of them there. So I'll click on the color and I'm going to take off this, this, and this, and I'll leave this and this right there. And now I'm going to rotate the angle to 0 like that. Okay, so once this is done, and then yeah, then I'm going to bring in this details right here like this. I'm going to change the color to white. To white. like that. And I'm going to change the font name to Montserrat. Okay. Let me use Montserrat medium. Okay, so medium italic, like that. So right from there, what else again? We're going to bring in these details right here. Sometimes I need to arrange them so that I'll just carry them and bring it here, right? Okay, so I'm going to just leave this one, and then this I'll just change the color to something like this, and this okay for me. It just increases a little bit. Now go for my dates and time. So I'm going to, the date will be what, 28. So I'm going to just I'll get rid of this 28. So I'll just going to use this font, Hanson. Yeah. This is the font that I'm going to use. Just place that one right here. Then okay, so then I'm going to write the venue. Venue squad. Gonna type the venue right there. Okay, so I'm going to just decrease the size, scale it to feel the level of, let me use this font, stretch. That's the font that I'm using. Okay. Down. Okay, so now don't worry about this, it's a font. Don't worry about that. Okay, so I'm going to duplicate this, Control J, and then bring it down here. Okay, so I'm gonna bring it here like that. Place this one right here. Let me change this color to kind of should be like this color. This one right there, change the color right here to this one. Okay, so it seems this is okay for me now. Now let me position this right there, and I'm going to type I'm going to use the time right there.
Artlist.io.
So just increase the time a little bit. Places right here. I'm going to change the color to something like this one.
Artlist.io.
Okay, now I'm going to change the font to Hans. Let me use the same Hans, right? Hans. Okay.
Artlist.io.
So I'm using the same Hans there. And now, what else again? Okay, so I'm gonna bring in my pictures. I'm using these pictures.
Artlist.io.
So I'm going to place this picture right here. Should I place it here? Yeah. Okay, so this picture should go here. That should tell you what exactly it's all about. The program is all about, So it's actually a hairdresser thing. So once this is there, you understand, right? I mean, the picture will speak for you. So okay, so once you place this one right here,
Artlist.io.
nobody should tell you what is happening. You gotta know for yourself, right? So this one will come here like that, and this one, let me make it a little bit bigger. And once it's done, let me change the color. Let me use the gradient right here. So I'll just right click, copy, and then paste it right here. Right click, and then paste layer. Okay, so that's how it's actually going to look like. And then let me make this one right here, like that. Okay, so what else left with the numbers. So I'm going to use this number and this number. Okay, so let me bring it these two numbers right here.
Artlist.io.
I'm going to create kind of a shape right here.
Artlist.io.
So this will come here like that. And now I'm going to change the names of the font to Hans, right? Montserrat.
Artlist.io.
Okay, so this one to Montserrat. It seems my machine is, have I saved this work? Let me save it before anything can happen. At times when you're doing a design, you have to save it because you don't know anything. The power can go off at any time. All right, so it's better you even save the work before you start. Hair dresser. Okay, so after you save it, then you continue. All right, you have to save it because if you don't save it, anything can happen. If you are so lucky, you might get everything back, but if you're not, you will lose all the work. So unless you start afresh. And so if you don't want that to happen to you, it's better you save the work before you even start. Okay, so this is called so I'm going to create a sheet right here. And I'm going to close the gap right here. This one I'm going to take it off, and this one too off. And I'm going to create kind of I'll go for my brush tool. I'll press B, letter B on my keyboard. So I have to create I have to straight this one down to the background. Then I'll create a layer. Then I'll click letter B on my keyboard. And I'll press it like this. Now go for my key tool. I'm going to cut the half of it. Just use my key, press Ctrl X on your keyboard to cut it, and I'm going to place this one right here. How does this look like? Look like a design, man. So I think this is what I'm actually doing, right? Yeah. It's just something that I'm creating for myself, It's not something any big, right? Yeah. 3624. So I just 3624. So choose the same thing, right? Let me bring the numbers down. Okay, so I'm going to bring in my SRV. Right here, and I'm going to change the color to white. Is the font okay for me? The font look very dull, so let me see something. Okay, I think this font is okay for me. Yeah. Let me spread it a little bit. Okay, I think this is okay. Now, this is called, okay, so this is the number of the madam, and this is the number of apprentice, right? So, I'm just going to change the font to Montserrat. Montserrat again. You know, when you are using design, you have to keep don't use too much of designs. Make sure your designs will be, you know, the same, like at least, even if you can use one design, that will be one font, that will be okay, but at least you don't use more than 3 designs. I think this one I've used even more than 3 designs. This is Hans, After, Montserrat. Let me use this one, Montserrat, so that the designs, the fonts won't be too much, right? Okay, then let me use Montserrat again. Okay, so this is how it's going to be like, right? And then this one doesn't seem so okay for me, so just let me duplicate this one, right, and then place it here. I guess this is okay, right? I guess this is okay. Yeah. So guys, this is the end of this tutorial. Please, I know you've learned something right here, and let me hear your comments about this design. Please drop your comments and like this video for me. It's very important to me. Please do me a favor and like the video. Yeah, and I'm going to